We want more moms to be bold, to spread awareness, and share the story to help break the stigma.
Hi, I know fam.
Welcome back to the channel.
If you guys are new here, smash that subscribe button down below.
And don't forget to hit that notification bell because we post 3 videos every single week. Today's video, a lot of you guys was asking about how I'm doing, my update on my postpartum depression. And I want to give you guys a quick update, a rundown of everything that's going on. You know, I've been watching other people's videos and how they feel, and I'm like, man, like why can't people be more open about this topic? So today, we're actually very excited that we're partnering with Google Health on this topic to help spread awareness and to spread their tool when it comes to postpartum depression. So Lucas is here for moral support. You could give to your insight of like how he helped me navigate, because he was a pretty good key to helping me get help, I would say. I'm gonna tell you guys about my postpartum depression journey and be brutally honest with you guys. I want to break the stigma. I want you to comment down below if you experienced it or if you're currently experiencing it, and I'm gonna give you some nice resources to help you get through it. I will say it kind of started prenatal. So when I was pregnant, I started feeling not myself. I would say my doctor was concerned, obviously. My friends and family were concerned. I ended up doing a screener and she was like, okay, let me start getting you help, because whenever you start feeling a little bit off during pregnancy, then you're at a higher risk to developing postpartum depression. When I gave birth to Josiah, it's kind of really hard to explain the feeling that you feel. I don't know, it's like you want to be this cheerful, happy go-getter, like, yeah, I just had a baby, let's rock, let's do it. But you just have this huge dark cloud just hanging over your head. It just sucked out of you. That makes sense? Like things that normally make you super happy, you just don't get excited about it anymore. I started feeling really anxious about stuff, and as you guys know, I did have a traumatic postpartum experience, which I'm sure helped contribute to my postpartum depression. So if you're new here, I had postpartum preeclampsia and I had to be hospitalized. So I'll say, like, when I first came in, obviously when you go from 1 kid to 2 kids and with everything going on, I was overwhelmed. And I was like, okay, you know, you kind of just brush it off. You're like, well, any new mom would be overwhelmed, but it was to the point where I'm like overbearingly overwhelmed. Did that make sense? Another thing I would say, I didn't feel like being near people per se. And again, I was just trying to brush it off, like, okay, maybe it's because I'm an introvert, but it was like I didn't have the desire to have people over to see Josiah. I didn't have the desire to bring him to people. I didn't have, like, you know, especially if being in isolation so long, you would think that you would want to, but like I had no care to do it.
And I would say that one thing I noticed from the outside looking in is that you're normally like super high energy, like everything, like nothing really takes you down. You can go all day long and you're fine. But it was like after a few hours of like being with us and the kids, like your energy was just drained and you were tired.
Everyone's having fun, but it was just like Lucas said, I was like, after a few hours, it's just like, okay, now I'm trying to go into my habitat of a shell. Comment down below if that makes sense. So another thing that I realized is that I was crying a lot. Typically, whenever you give birth, your hormones is imbalanced, but it was like I was constantly in a state of tears. I noticed it too. I'm normally not a person to react or get like worked up about stuff, but I noticed myself reacting and being worked up and crying and like way more than normal. And a lot of you guys notice the videos too, like, okay, you seem a little off, Rachel, like what's going on?
You were definitely more anxious before videos, and like you're saying, like the sad, you were different, and it was noticeable.
The big thing that was going on with the preeclampsia and me being hospitalized a couple times, rational thoughts weren't there. And I thought I thought it was because of that. Okay, maybe like people are like, look at the brighter side, look at this. I'm like, how can I do that? Look what's going on with me. You know what I'm saying? So it was like starting to get really dark. I remember sitting in the room, I remember thinking like, you moving on with the kids and getting married and like having a new life. Like I literally had all these thoughts in my head. I was picturing you moving on and me being gone. Like I literally pictured me gone. It was like a weird phenomenon. I didn't even tell you that, did I?
Yeah, no, that's sad.
Yeah, it was weird. I pictured people mourning my loss and my funeral. Like I was picturing some really dark things. Nothing was reassuring me. I tried to detach myself from those feelings because of my blood pressure and stuff. Like I tried to like logically help myself not get to that point from my blood pressure, but it was like really hard to like reel myself back in. Sleep was another one that was difficult. Obviously with a newborn, you really don't sleep anyways, but it was just so difficult for me to sleep because I was anxious about everything, like SIDS. I wasn't really getting good sleep. And I remember Lucas like, baby, nap, nap,
right.
nap.
Yeah.
I got it, nap. But I couldn't, and the lack of sleep and the sleep deprivation, I feel like it was making things worse, if that makes sense. Like my mental state was very unstable.
Even when you did have the opportunity to get sleep, like you said, I tell you to go nap, you would kind of just lay there anxious, thinking about things like, oh, I wonder if he's okay with the kids. I wonder if this is going okay, texting me, checking on me. And it's like, you still weren't getting rest.
The last thing for me was like I said, the dark thoughts. From then, I was like, okay, I need to figure out what was going on. But I Googled it and postpartum depression popped up, and I was like, aha. Lucas called my OB and we set up an appointment. I have a therapist I saw twice, 2 to 3 times a week. And then we had a support group. I was able to control everything with my support team and my therapist and my support group. You know, it's crazy because everybody wants to hear sunshine, and I'm sure people even with this video, they're like, we like the happy thoughts, we like this, we want everything to be happy. But in reality, that's not real life. If you know, 1 out of 9 new moms, or any mom, experience postpartum depression. Let that sink in. 1 out of 9. That is a lot of moms. It's really cool that Google Health decided to take the bull by its horn and to connect you with the right information, the right resources to put you on the right path to better health. So Google Health decided to develop a screener tool for postpartum depression. So if you're a new mom, and because with me, I had to go out to my OB and get I had to get them to give me one. I had to go out and get the resources. Right. So it's really cool that Google Health decided to make one at your own fingertips, where you could be able to answer the questionnaire and see if you are showing the signs, showing the symptoms, to be able to get those resources.
And it's completely private too, which I like. It's not like going out to anybody, your name's not being documented or anything like that. It's just for you to kind of identify, like, do I need to get help?
Right, because if you know postpartum depression, other really scary things can happen, and scary thoughts can happen that moms will be really scared to say to people. So the good thing about it, like Lucas said, your name's not being disclosed, your information not being disclosed. Answer it, write it in there, and get help ASAP. Google Health launched a mental health self-assessment that users could access when searching for information about postpartum depression. The questions are from a clinically validated screening tool used by healthcare professionals and gives the user the ability to assess their level of depression, then provide connections to relevant research and information such as NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Illness, and OWH, which is the Office of Women's Health. So today I want to challenge us to open this communication on postpartum depression. So comment down below if you struggled with postpartum depression. And if you're a YouTuber watching this video and you're currently going through postpartum depression, I challenge you to make a video about it and tag me in that video. I want to open the dialogue to postpartum depression because not a lot of people are talking about it. So I love that Google Health is taking this initiative to open a dialogue about it also. It's really cool that Google Health is also sponsoring NAMI and MHA to further support the cause. So please do not be shy. We want more moms be bold to spread awareness and share the story to help break the stigma. If you are a mom and you're having any of these feelings, please go to Google and take their postpartum depression questionnaire to help you get in the right track.
Honestly, if the moms out there, if you guys have gone through this and you put your comment or you put your story in the comments, it could help somebody else. And if there's a lot of comments about it, people will realize like, hey, I'm not alone in this. And maybe they'll take that first step in getting support, whether it's reaching out to a family member, going to their doctor and talking about it, however you want. You just need to go out there and take that first step of just not keeping it inside. That's the most important thing.
It is. And go to your husband, guys. It's a great support. Thank you for supporting me.
Of course.
I don't know if I could get through without you, babe. Like legit. It's pretty, it's crazy. Yeah. All right, so we hope you enjoyed this video.
I made it to the end though.
I know, you know Lucas always cries. Thank you so much for watching this video. Like this video if it helped you.
We hope that this message gets out to as many people as possible, but honestly, even if it helps one person, like, I feel like that's enough. So we'll also put that link in the description.
We'll see you guys in the next one.
Love you guys. Bye.